I want to conquer the world.
Estamos en el 2025 y he tenido que hacer este video de algo que me encanta porque se cumplen 40 años de la creación de las wannabes o las Madonna Wannabes. ¿Ok? ¿Qué pasa? Después de 1984 se lanza Like a Virgin, el segundo álbum de estudio de Madonna, y empieza a darse toda esta locura de la MadonnaManía. Ya para aquel entonces había muchas mujeres destacadas en la industria de la música, como era una Cyndi Lauper, Pat Benatar, ¿quién más? Tenías a Barbra Streisand, Cher, Diana Ross, etc. Es un gran etcétera. En donde Cyndi Lauper era como la que tenía el estilo más marcado, por así decirlo, ¿no? Era como que la que llamaba más la atención, la más distinta. Pero en el año 1982 empezó a surgir esta chica ítalo-americana llamada Madonna, salida de los suburbios de Detroit, con un estilo también bastante particular y muy único y muy ella. Y empezó a captar la atención de mucha gente. Y no solo de mucha gente, pues, ¿no? De productores musicales, de fotógrafos, de directores de artes, de artistas. Se empezó a codear con toda, podemos decir, la crema innata de la cultura popular de inicios de los años 80 que se estaba gestando en Nueva York. Y es así como esta chica terminó siendo amiga de Andy Warhol, terminó siendo amiga de Keith Haring, terminó siendo amiga y novia de Basquiat, de Debbie Mazar, de Maripol, de tanta gente que movió mucho la cultura, no solo, llamemos de la fiesta de aquella época, en el Estudio 54, en Danceteria, en CBGB's, y el otro, ¿cómo se llama? Max Kansas City, ¿no? No solo esa movida, sino también la movida del arte de aquel entonces. Y apareció esta chica que no solo desde su creatividad y desde lo que ella tenía para aportar, sino también un poquito con la confluencia de todas estas grandes figuras, empezó a crear una imagen potente y tan magnética que terminó desatando la MadonnaManía. Que también digamos que para ese entonces, ¿qué figura era a la que las chicas veían y a quién tomaban como ejemplo?
It's the only one that we can look up to nowadays. She doesn't condemn femininity.
And you wear Madonna clothes, everybody looks at you, right?
Everybody stares and says, look at that girl over there.
She's pretty and I like her.
You can wear all this in the street nowadays. It's fun. It helps you to be yourself, you know?
I say it's more myself. Like, this is the way I am.
It's different. Nobody else does it, you know. It's by itself.
Well, I like the way she thinks about acting free. She acts like a different attitude that no one else has.
She dresses how she wants, acts how she wants, sings how she wants. She does what she wants.
It's fun, you know. I can have my own identity at other times, but you know, what the heck? Live it up while you can.
I want to be famous like Madonna.
I feel wonderful.
Pero no solo desde el look, porque desde el look ya esto se vivía desde décadas atrás. Y en las últimas décadas realmente podríamos decir que como que las más icónicas al respecto de esto podrían haber sido una Olivia Newton-John con Grease y también una Jane Fonda con toda la onda de los 70s, una Farrah Fawcett también. Pero la que definió los 80s definitivamente fue Madonna.
Are you the designer of your look, your hairstyle, the clothing?
Oh, yeah. Do you think someone else could come up with this?
Y 1985 es el año en donde esto explota. Y explota en Estados Unidos, un país en donde se venía saliendo de una crisis financiera, en donde el consumismo empieza a acaparar todos los centros comerciales del país, en donde el boom de las tarjetas de crédito se empieza a manifestar y en donde tienes a una figura como la de Madonna, que representa además también el consumismo de aquella época, lanzando además también una canción que se llama Material Girl y levantando toda una generación de niñas que se querían vestir igual que ella. Y esto para mí es algo que siempre cada vez que yo me encuentro con un video de los 80s que muestran a todas estas niñas, como lo es también la parte inicial del video de Dress You Up. Que salen todas las fans llegando al Madison Square Garden, no miento, al Radio City Music Hall a verla cantar, vestidas de ella. ¿Quién en este momento logra ese movimiento de masas como se hizo en aquella época? Sí, hay muchas que en su época, en los 2000, se podían vestir como Britney Spears, que ahora para ir al concierto de Beyoncé pueden vestirse de Renaissance y de música disco con los caballos y todo, pero lo que marcó la MadonnaMania en aquella época no solo era una revolución del estilo, sino era una revolución de la mujer y de las niñas y de su forma de ser y de identidad y de expresarse. Y creo que era necesario hacer este consolidado y este compilado de entre entrevistas en las que ella habla acerca de su estilo.
You're a relatively new face on MTV to us.
Yes.
2 videos now under your belt, and I must say that they're doing quite well.
Yeah.
Que ella después renegó mucho, ¿no? O sea, podemos verla años más tarde renegar de su peinado, de que ella dice, ¿no? Cómo dejaban de que yo saliera a la calle así.
I don't know. What was in your hair?
What was I thinking?
I don't know. It looked like baby's breath.
No, do you know that I used to take tights, old tights, and tie them in my hair?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
No.
Pero justamente creo que era parte del éxito que tuvo, y ver toda esta cantidad de niñas que creo que una imagen muy potente es la del concurso que hizo Macy's en su momento para buscar como la siguiente Madonna.
There is one audience that gets Madonna on every conceivable level.
She's great. She dares to be different and lets us dare to be different too.
Everybody does. He's like, look at that girl. She's just like our idol, you know? It's the only one that we can look up to nowadays.
Madonna had a huge impact on these young girls who were suddenly empowered. You can be sexual, but it doesn't mean that you're a sleaze.
It was like girls buy into far more than just a piece of vinyl. They want the whole package.
Madonna, at this point, I think represents all of the young fashions in our country. And by looking around Macy's and seeing all the would-be Madonna lookalikes, it certainly proves the point.
I was asked to judge a Madonna lookalike contest at Macy's with Andy Warhol.
All girls loved Madonna. You wanted the lace, you wanted the rubber bracelets, you wanted the scarf in your hair. You just wanted to be her.
Y ver dentro del jurado a Andy Warhol, que yo creo que está con una cara de ¿qué carajos está pasando? ¿En qué momento mi amiga generó toda esta revolución? Y creo que es muy potente verlo, así como también recordar ese 25 de mayo de 1985, en donde Madonna por primera vez cantó en su natal Detroit, en el Cobo Arena.
Whether you know her or not, you gotta watch this. Nikki Granberry reports tonight on how this Rochester, Michigan native electrified Detroit.
It's a clothing retailer's dream. Hundreds of Madonna lookalikes who probably spent more on their clothing than their idol actually did. From top to bottom, their clothing screams, we like her style.
Yeah, I go to school like this.
You go to school like this?
In downtown.
Does your mother scream when you leave the house in the morning?
Yeah.
Que tuve la oportunidad de ir con mi amigo Roger Loaiza el año pasado, a principios de enero, para ver el Celebration Tour, que queríamos verlo como en su ciudad natal. Cosa que hicimos fue ir al Cobo Arena, o bueno, lo que era el Cobo Arena, Cobo Hall. ¿Qué es el Cobo Hall? Hola, ¿qué tal? Mira, te presento el Cobo Arena.
o lo que fue el Cove Arena, ahora es el Huntington Place. Este fue el lugar en donde por primera vez Madonna vio a David Bowie en vivo. Se escapó a los 15 años para ir a ese concierto y su papá, Tony Ciccone, la castigó por 2 meses. Años más tarde, ya en el estrellato, empezando el Virgin Tour, Madonna dio un concierto acá y se sorprendió de ver a la cantidad de chicas que estaban vestidas igual que ella. Empezó lo que se llamó la MadonnaManía y las Madonnas Wannabe empezaron a aparecer por todo el mundo. Después todo eso quedó inmortalizado en el VHS de la Virgin Tour y en mi video favorito de Madonna de los 80s, el cual hizo que yo me enamorara de ella, Dress You Up.
No solo eso, sino también tener la oportunidad de visitar un poco todos estos lugares que fueron parte de la infancia de Madonna y que marcaron ese regreso a su ciudad para este concierto en aquella época en donde ella misma decía, oye, no puedo creer, me sorprende ver a toda esta cantidad de chicas vestidas igual que yo, me enloquecí.
Then suddenly, I was on the stage at Madison Square Garden and I looked out into the audience and every girl was dressed like me. Freak me out.
Pero así como tú también, Madonna, te enloqueciste, nos enloqueciste a todos y hasta el día de hoy todos recordaremos esa MadonnaManía de inicios de los 80s y acaba aún consolidado de todos esos videos.
Finally this evening, Madonna. If you think we are referring to the sweet expressions by the painter Raphael, you clearly do not have a teenage daughter. Madonna is a movie star, a rock video sensation. And tonight she winds up a 26-city concert tour which has been completely sold out, largely to teenage girls, many of whom might be called Madonna Wannabes. And what are those, you ask? Here's ABC's Betsy Aaron.
She is Madonna. And they are not. Oh, but they wanna be. They wanna be famous. Be sexy. Be talented. Be rich.
Yeah, it's just like privilege looking like her.
They want what Madonna wants.
I want to conquer the world.
For the moment, she has, with her records and her movie and her videos. This clever, calculating, ambitious, aggressive 25-year-old from Bay City, Michigan packaged herself to sell, the whole adding up to much more than the individual parts.
But she is the lowest common denominator of the American dream. She's got it all. You know, she has a career, she has love life, she's popular.
And they want it all?
Oh, sure, this is the 80s.
I want to be famous like Madonna.
She's a Marilyn Monroe lookalike, but she's not a victim. She's courageous and gutsy, an individual. And I think her appeal is that she is feminine, she is herself, she is sexual, but she's strong. I think her appeal is that she is feminine, she is herself, she is sexual, but she's strong.
It's fun, it's young, it's trendy, it's sexy, and sex sells.
The naked middles, the corsets, the lace, the jewelry, the crucifixes. When you dress up like this, how do you feel?
I feel wonderful.
What are these kids really saying?
I want to be a virgin, but I want to be a virgin who looks like I'm a slut. And the more youngsters learn about her, the less popular she will be.
Where Madonna is about to perform in concert, and her concert has been sold out for weeks in advance. It's one of the hottest tickets in town, and as you can see beside me here are just some of the young ladies that have come dressed for the occasion. Now they're dressed like this because, well, quite frankly, Madonna has a very unique style. And it's a style many young girls want to copy, especially when they attend a Madonna concert. Sunglasses, now that's good, but sunglasses and bubble gum is even better, and a big bow in the hair. We saw bows, bows, and more bows. Lace socks were in, as were lace gloves, and lots of jewelry are also key ingredients in copying the Madonna image.
She's the ultimate and sexy. Madonna is. I wish I were Madonna.
Well, yes, the kids are all dressed up, and it should be quite a concert. After all, Madonna is one of the hottest acts in the country. She's been on the cover of People magazine twice within the past few months. That must mean she's hot. But despite all her popularity, she's also somewhat controversial. You see, The girls also wear crosses, or crucifixes to some people, because Madonna wears them. And so we saw lots of crosses, and some, like this young lady, also wore rosaries.
Well, my mom kind of looked at me, but that's all. She said, I don't know if you should be wearing that, but I said, well, I have to wear it because I'm going to Madonna, so I wear it.
Why do you have to wear it?
I don't know, because Madonna wears them, and I don't know. The more jewelry, the better.
Now, her real name actually is Madonna, but that fact, and the crosses, along with what some consider suggestive lyrics, well, one song is titled, Like a Virgin, have all added to the controversy. So it was not surprising to see parents attending the concert to judge for themselves.
Well, I guess we lived through all of us. We were in that stage, and this is just a different stage they go through, I hope.
They seem to having a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun getting dressed up for it. And we hopefully they'll enjoy the concert. If it does get too controversial, we can always leave, of course.
You think they'd let you get away with that?
No problem.
We did debate about it. We really did. And I thought, well, that's one of the reasons I'm coming with, is to screen it for them.
Madonna. But you know, I'm thinking back when I was their age and going to concerts, the Beatles, the Beach Boys, even Elvis, you know, I mean, now those people, they were really different.
She is the best musician I have ever heard. She's great, she's wild, and she's different.
I mean, the groups in my day were totally excellent.
It was excellent. It was totally excellent.
And they played great music, and they knew how to dance.
Well, she has great music. She can really dance.
And, of course, they really knew how to party.
She knows how to party. It's devotions. I don't agree with what she does on stage. I really don't.
Maybe that needs to be a little older crowd, perhaps?
I think so. That's my personal opinion.
It was fun and exciting. It was fun to see all the enthusiasm with all the kids. And they were well behaved, really, but it was too noisy for me.
And so the concert is over. Everybody's going home, and there is some controversy about Madonna, but I've decided if I'm going to cover these events, I've got to dress more appropriately. And this is it. I'm making my statement right now. Wild and crazy, just like Madonna. What do you think?
Great. I love it.
So do I. See you next time. It's me?
It's you.
Oh, good.
Maybe if he wore it in his hair.
That would look right. There's a funny thing that happened, I guess, in the concert in Dallas. One of the things that Madonna does when she comes out is she looks at the crowd and she says, "Will you marry me?" And then one of the boys in the audience, a young boy who was obviously crazed in love, stood up and said, "Yes, and I want to have your baby."
He's a little confused.
That's according to this week's Time magazine. That's right. That's the Madonna concert that was Tuesday here in St. Paul.
And you can dance. For inspiration.
In Midtown Manhattan, hundreds of Madonna wannabes packed into the Madonna Land shop at Macy's department store for a Madonna lookalike contest.
Im neuen Spielfilm wird Madonna als Susan verzweifelt gesucht. Wir haben da weniger Probleme, bei uns ist ja das andere Problem. Wir haben zu viele Madonnas hier, lauter Fans, die so gerne ausschauen wollen wie ihr Idol. Die Madonna haben wir leider nicht dazu befragen können, was sie davon hält, dass so viele Mädchen ausschauen wollen wie sie, sich so kleiden und vielleicht auch so singen oder so tanzen wollen wie sie. Aber sie wird uns sicher einiges über ihren neuen Film erzählen. Und ich werde jetzt dieser fragen, was sie so alles können, was die Madonna kann. Zum Beispiel du. Kannst du singen wie die Madonna?
Nein, eigentlich nicht. Nein.
Und du, kannst du tanzen wie die Madonna?
Nein, das geht.
Was magst du wie die Madonna?
Ich weiß nicht, vielleicht sehe ich so aus.
Du siehst so aus. Und du? Kannst du so tanzen wie die Madonna?
Nein, eigentlich nicht. Ich meine, ich tanze, wie ich will.
Na, jedenfalls wird ein Wettbewerb entscheiden, wer Madonna am ähnlichsten sieht, und dann winkt ein schöner Vertrag als Fotomodell. ...17 Mädchen nahmen an diesem Madonna-Lookalike-Wettbewerb teil. Lookalike, also so aussehen wie ein Star, das ist in Amerika bereits ein Beruf. Doppelgänger absolvieren für ihre originale Autogrammstunden, werden in der Werbung eingesetzt oder um allzu enthusiastische Fans irrezuführen. Agenturen vermieten alle Arten von Doppelgängern, egal ob für den Präsidenten, Mohammed Ali oder eben Madonna. Bei uns in Österreich bekamen die ersten 4 des Madonna-Wettbewerbs einen Agenturvertrag und damit die Chance, ihre Ähnlichkeit in klingende Münze umzusetzen.
Zeig mir mal die
Madonna-Platte mal direkt neben ihr Gesicht. Schauen wir uns das einmal an, wie gut das passt. Ja, schon ganz gut, ja.
Da strahlt die 17-jährige Siegerin, denn ein bisschen träumt auch sie von einer Karriere und dem Erfolg ihres Idols.
She's the music world's newest sex symbol, and her look is hot. The Material Girl is on a roll. In just over a year, Madonna has had 5 top 10 hits. Both her albums have gone double platinum, and so far, her first nationwide tour is a sellout.
Yeah, she's probably the hottest artist to ever play the Universal Amphitheater, and we probably could easily have sold out 10 shows.
MadonnaMania is sweeping the country.
She's fresh and she's new and she's 85. She's it now.
She's gorgeous, she can dance, she can do everything. Sexy, sexy.
She is your angel this morning. Madonna on Kiss.
Radio stations play 4 different Madonna tunes around the clock.
Madonna, who knew about her a year ago, 6 months ago? A lot of the younger people really identify with the way she looks and the way she dresses.
Her distinctive look has savvy merchandisers cashing in. National magazines feature her face on the cover, her now infamous navel inside. Everywhere you seem to look, there's Madonna.
It's like having the new toy in town. Everyone wants the Cabbage Patch doll at one Christmas and so forth, and she's the Cabbage Patch doll this year.
Madonna's moment started with the release of her first album, Madonna. But it was the success of Like a Virgin, #1 on the charts for 7 weeks, that gave her new star status.
She was already becoming a star in pop music. Let's see that at the end of the first album, it was, can she do it again? She had to prove herself again. She not only proved herself, she stepped up a whole nother level.
Madonna sells more than 75,000 records a day. Not bad for a 25-year-old girl from Michigan who arrived in New York City just a few years ago with only $35 to her name. But as hot as Madonna is, there are still those who question her talent. They say today's obsession could become yesterday's news. As hot as Madonna is, there are still those who question her talent. Today's obsession could become yesterday's news.
You see that about everybody. Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, until they prove themselves, everyone's open to question. I think she's going to be around. I think she's going to be around because she's got talent. But more than that, she's smart and she's got ambition.
I want longevity as a human being. I want it to last forever. I want longevity as a human being. I want it to last forever.
Stardom is reportedly what Madonna wants. Music stardom and movie stardom.
Gary, why didn't you tell me she read the personals? You could have settled this yesterday.
Yes, folks, Madonna is now a movie star. She has the title role in the critically acclaimed Desperately Seeking Susan. And there are rumblings that her screen presence is much like Marilyn Monroe's.
No, I didn't know her personally, but I admire her. She's an idol.
You want to be as big a movie star as she was? Is that important?
Yeah.
Madonna, singer, poster girl, video queen, sex symbol, movie star. Legend? Yeah, at least for the moment.
I'm everything.
Pop star Madonna, then good music. She is a master of image, but that doesn't come by accident.
Well, actually, she asked me if I was wearing a nice bra.
Tonight on Evening Magazine, we'll meet the French fashion designer who is the driving force behind what Madonna wears today. Subject of our first story tonight, she is Madonna.
That's right, and she has a style all of her own, which young people all over the world are copying these days. But you know, this past summer, Madonna has made the news not so much for what she wears, but for what she didn't wear at one point in her career. Tonight, though, we are going to take a look at the Madonna style. We're going to meet the woman who is responsible for the Madonna look, and we'll hear from Madonna herself that her image is no accident.
A master at image, all right. Never mind the song she sings, Madonna wouldn't be Madonna without her exposed tummy, black lace bustiers, hose, garters, scarves, earrings, chains, belts, and crucifixes. But Madonna didn't dream this image up all by herself. She had a little help from a friend, French designer Mary Paul.
Madonna is really somebody that I can work closely with, first because she's in New York and because she's young and she understands my fashion as much as I understand her music.
That understanding led to a working relationship that is the driving force behind what Madonna wears today. But when Madonna first met Mary Paul, she had some doubts.
We met in a nightclub. As far as I can remember, we met in a nightclub and she asked me if I would take my shirt off. Because she wanted, well, actually, she asked me if I was wearing a nice bra because this guy named Fab Five Freddy was doing this show at the Roxy, and he wanted a bunch of girls to come up on the stage and dance around him, but he wanted them all to take their shirt off. And this crazy girl comes up to me and asked me if I had a nice bra, and that's what she wanted to know, and I thought she was out of her mind. Should I wear the yellow with this or the black? That looks better. Try.
Now, Mary Paul is one of Madonna's closest female friends. After their first encounter, they met again at a photo session where Madonna got her first glimpse of Mary Paul's work. But it wasn't just her clothes that caught Madonna's eye, it was her specialty, accessories.
Accessoire in French means something that you don't really need. It's just an accessory to the clothes. But I really think in fashion now you really need it.
And for Madonna, it's more than just need.
I feel naked without accessories.
Mary Paul can claim credit for every rubber bangle, bracelet, necklace, and earring Madonna wears. And if you've ever noticed, she wears a lot. What may start as a simple outfit for Madonna, under Mary Paul's influence becomes much more.
Well, she just starts shoving things on you, you know? She just kind of puts quantities of bracelets on your arm in like all different colors and not, you know, not just the rubber too, some rhinestones and stuff to change the texture of it. So just a lot of junk pushed on your wrist, on both wrists, and then, you know, lots of necklaces and earrings and stuff like that. So you're kind of decorated like a Christmas tree.
Even in her first film, Desperately Seeking Susan, Madonna's image, not to mention her character, are just short of a self-portrait. And here, too, the look and style of Susan, played by Madonna, is what the movie is all about.
I get to wear a lot of my own jewelry, which is Mary Paul's. I get to bring a lot of my own accessories. I wear scarves in my hair. There are certain things they want me to wear, so it's a compromise. But that's good about it, because I don't have to really change my look a lot for it.
There's something to be said for Madonna's image. It comes from a girl who gleefully wore pink bloomers under her parochial school uniform.
Big fans of the Madonna look, there is good news for you this fall. Mary Paul is coming out with a line of Madonna jewelry that'll be available in the stores.
Right.
And Madonna herself is coming out with a line of fall fashions that she calls boy toy clothes.
Oh boy, can't wait for that.
Desperately Seeking Susan has already made millions in the States, and it stars the hottest property on the music scene at the moment, Madonna. Although many of their parents cringe every time she squirms, after a string of top 10 hits, she's become the darling of the teeny boppers and inspired a generation to copy her distinctive style. Mike Donkin reports on the Madonna craze.
What's a nice boy like me doing in a place like this? Not the sort of girls you'd take home to mum for tea. They're taking part in a lookalike contest and victims of a craze started by this woman. Madonna, the girl who's made a fortune out of looking like a tramp and who's attracted the envy and admiration of millions of good girls in America and now in Britain. So what do they see in her?
I like the way she acts, because I think all women should be able to act like they want without being run down by men at all.
She's different. I mean, she's the old star rejuvenated, you know what I mean? She, like Marilyn Monroe again, except a much harder Marilyn Monroe.
She's got everything. She's worked her way up, and she's used people that way. And she's just got number one.
It's really funny when you get to this page here and you see her, and you go over here, and she looks so different, just like Madonna. Yeah.
At Ms. Magazine, they know a trend when they see one. The latest issue shows its teeny readers, step by step, how to achieve the look that'll make them Madonna replicas.
Well, I describe it as very free and easy, very loose, lots of jewellery, lace. It's very undisciplined. She puts together just anything that she likes.
Do you think it is just a craze of the moment or something that might last?
It depends what Madonna herself does. I suppose if she goes on being very popular and producing good records that are hits, then people will probably go on copying her.
For her, Madonna has opened the door to a new and more exhilarating way of life.
I like it because it makes people notice me, and I'm not just another one of the crowd. I get a few bitchy looks from the girls, but the blokes seem to love it.
It's not only enormous craze, but I think it's timing, because everything's happened all at once. She's had a couple of singles, she's got well known, then there's a film out, and of course the publicity for that has pushed her into the media. She herself got married at the same time. I think it's all timing, really. Instead of having lots of things happen over a year, it's all happened very suddenly.
Not surprisingly, it's not just teenage girls who can't seem to get enough of Madonna at the moment. Away from the teen magazines, on the top shelf at your local newsagent, Penthouse and Playboy are vying with each other to present Madonna at her least saintly. It's verging on the ridiculous.
Now, the winners of the competition will each be getting t-shirts, records, posters.
The hype to sell Madonna, star of stage, screen and nude girly magazines, is heavily orchestrated. This whole evening at the Hippodrome discotheque is to promote her new film. But the girls who dance in the shadow of Madonna know the image that's projected is raunchy, and they're not complaining.
She's more flaunting herself, because like she gets what she wants and she does it. The way she dresses and the way she acts. It is, of course.
And is that the way you see yourself?
No, not exactly. She knows what she wants, I don't. And she goes out and gets it. She goes straight ahead.
Outside the disco, come midnight, more Madonna fans are still queuing to get in, while the lookalike contest is reaching its noisy climax.
Right, guys, Mandy, you want to take a walk?
Not a girl for understatement. But would Mandy, like Madonna, describe herself as a boy toy?
I don't see myself as a boy toy. I go out to enjoy myself, and I love teasing, but well, yeah, actually, I could say I was a boy toy. I love to go out and enjoy myself, and I do.
You don't mind being sort of tarred with the brush of being, well, a bit tarty, that's the image, isn't it?
I don't, it doesn't bother
It's
me
not
anymore.
tarty, it's sexy. Sexy, not tarty. That's what it is, that's the image.
What does your mum think of Madonna?
Not much. Well, most parents don't really. They think she's bad. As you say, a boy toy. Influencing young girls to be like that too.
That doesn't bother you?
Not at all. No.
An album like the version, a calendar, and one of those really special t-shirts.
Somehow the result was never in doubt. For Mandy, prizes and applause.
Everyone.
And for her, like Madonna, virtue clearly has its own rewards.
Good stuff.
Watching Fox 11's Morning News.
And the search is on for the next material girl. More on the quest for Madonna as the Fox 11 Morning News continues.
On E! News Daily. Movie makers find what they're looking for amidst some Madonna and Mike Tyson wannabes.
Well, Fox is looking for a material girl. The network is on a nationwide talent search for someone to play Madonna.
I'm burning up for your love.
This TV movie, which covers the diva's life from 1974 to 1984, is unauthorized. What exactly are they looking for in a Madonna?
I think the most important thing that we're looking for today is attitude. Confident, very cocky.
My friend usually does this. She wanted to go to New York and try out. And she goes, no, just do it, because I think you look like Madonna.
And welcome back to the grooviest pop show on the box. Hearsay. Now, if you follow disco music, you'll be familiar with records like Lucky Star, Holiday, and most recently Borderline. Some of the best sounds have come out of America over the past year. Now, here's the girl who made them. A singer described in her publicity as very good, but also very bad.
Hi, I'm Madonna, and this is New York. See the puddles? Isn't it wonderful? It's my home. I change from day to day. Sometimes I feel like wearing black, all black and looking really somber and dramatic and lots of crucifixes, and other days I just want to put on as many colors as I possibly can and look really kind of, you know, cheerful and exuberant.
In Philadelphia tonight.
And arts and entertainment reporter Judy Barton is live at the Spectrum right now, where the hot new star played to a packed house tonight.
Boy,
Judy.
They did, and a lot of those fans
refused to go home. We learned one thing tonight, and that is that Madonna Louise Ciccone is a consummate professional. From the first moment, she knows exactly how to grab her audience and hold them with a show that is expertly staged, choreographed to the hilt, and exploding with energy. A sold-out audience celebrated the coming of Madonna, free spirit, pop queen, cultural phenomenon. With cocky self-assurance and a definite flair for the dramatic, she covers the stage in a non-stop orgy of entertainment that is as much dance as it is song. Before the show, hundreds of Madonna wannabes, young girls dressed up like their idol, crowded the gate at the Spectrum.
She's great. She's gorgeous. She dresses nice, everything. She's unreal. Love to be Madonna. She has like this thing, like something about her that guys like a lot.
Dress is like unbelievable. She rolls around on the stage. I mean, I don't know what mothers are letting their kids walk around like this with some of these outfits. I mean, I think it's pretty funny, really.
I think we're all going to remember May 29th, 1985 as the day that Madonna took Philadelphia by storm. Jerry and Diane?
All right. Are you holding the long dangling earrings there, Judy?
Actually, I'm trying to hear you because there's so much cheering going on behind me. I'm having a problem.
Tell us kids to go home.
No,
Getting late.
With 2 movies, 2 albums, and 4 top 10 records to her credit, in the spring of 1985, Madonna launched the Like a Virgin tour. 38 performances in 27 U.S. cities, sold out to 355,000 screaming fans. New York's Radio City Music Hall sold out in 34 minutes. The Material Girl was big business, and she had a look all her own.
Are you the designer of your look, your hairstyle, the clothing?
Oh, yeah. Do you think someone else could come up with this?
But she wasn't unique for long. So-called Madonna wannabes were born, all wanting to emulate their idol.
When you wear Madonna, everybody looks at you, right? Everybody says, look at that girl.
It's the only one that we can look up to nowadays.
You can wear all this in the street nowadays. It's fun. It helps you to be yourself, you know?
I say it's more myself. Like, this is the way I am.
Madonna Land opened at Macy's in New York, selling such items as skirts, shirts, gloves, jewelry, and posters.
She's different. She's not like anyone else.
Different may not be the appropriate way to describe the Madonna look anymore. Bangles, bracelets, birthmarks, and rosaries were plentiful at the Tel 12 Mall tonight. When WHYT Radio advertised a Madonna lookalike contest, officials didn't dream more than 200 people would enter.
High, 17 years old.
You really look like her.
Thank you. That makes me feel excellent.
Madonna may be famous for her bad girl image now, but in the mid-70s, she was known only as Madonna Ciccone, a clean-cut girl who went to school at Rochester's Adams High.
Free concert tickets and a chance to meet hometown superstar Madonna backstage at Cobo Hall this weekend. Hundreds of contestants turned out at tonight's Madonna lookalike contest at the Tel 12 Mall. 17-year-old Tina Tetalina won the battle of material girls, but our Kelly Kerrigan tells us the Roseville High School student had plenty of competition.
The 500 or so Madonna lookalike contestants were hoping their lucky star was at the borderline of Tel 12 Mall as they vied for the chance to meet their idol in person when she comes home to Detroit. All they had to do was look the most like Madonna Ciccone, and they did that with gum, sunglasses, and a few accessories all their own.
Now, do you think you look like Madonna? I think I do look like her, so, yeah. You sound like her at all? Sorta, yeah. Now, do you feel like Madonna tonight? Yeah, I do. I have to admit it. It feels great. How did you come up with your outfit? This was in my wardrobe, something different to wear instead of all black, because I know she likes black Madonna. That's her favorite color. In fact, these Madonnas are so Madonna-ish, I'm not sure you can tell them from the USDA choice Real McCoy.
But someone who knows the real thing, Madonna's counselor at Rochester Adams High School, says many of the girls are dead ringers for the singing sensation. She knew it back then.
Came out of cheerleading, theater, dance. She was multi-talented then.
4 runners-up will get concert tickets, 1 winner a concert and a meeting with Madonna. And the judges had a variety to choose from, all the way down to 3-year-old Jessie Price of Allen Park, who will probably cause Madonna to start looking over her shoulder in the...
Now, she's not completely unknown here because she's had an unbroken string of hit records in the past year. She is Madonna,
And what you may not know about her is that she's now making big headlines in the film world with a movie called Desperately Seeking Susan. And her current singing tour of the USA is a sold-out success story. Before Madonna Madness hits Britain, Tom Brooke brings us this report of the effect she's had in her home country.
She's not like anybody else. She doesn't copy anybody else. She's just herself.
Best thing since Elvis.
It's like Marilyn Monroe.
And singer who currently has records at #1 and #2 in the British charts. Guests at tonight's wedding haven't been told where it's being held. They've got to ring a special phone number to get the details. Brian Barron reports on Madonna, the star and her style.
As a bride in her own video fantasy, Madonna already figures in the sales charts worldwide by the million. That's how well her hit, Like a Virgin, is still doing. But she draws a veil over most of her private life. All that's known about today's marriage in California to 24-year-old film actor Sean Penn is that it's a private family affair. And Madonna's popularity hasn't been damaged by the nude photos taken 6 years ago that appeared in rival magazines this summer. The Madonna craze has spawned a side industry in marketing products bearing what happens to be her real-life name. And New York in particular is the scene of a Madonna lookalike mania which grips teeny boppers.
What is this Madonna look? Come hither, micro mini skirts, bare belly button, a belt with the nickname Boy Toy, which is what she did call herself, and lace.
And that was the 6 o'clock news on Friday the 16th.
Here we have the girl toy belt buckle, the ringlets, lots of those. Basically, we're looking for the Madonna look, and you turn out to have it.
Yes, I love Madonna more than life.
It's a clothing retailer's dream. Hundreds of Madonna lookalikes who probably spent more on their clothing than their idol actually did. From top to bottom, their clothing screams, "We like her style."
Did you go shopping for these things or big things?
No, a lot of times I just dress like this. This is the way we dress.
So you didn't buy anything special for this concert?
No, we didn't.
Do you get used to people kind of saying, oh, you're a unique-looking young lady?
Yeah, we get a lot of complaints in school. A lot of people say, I don't like the way you dress, don't dress like this, but we do anyway.
Doesn't bother you?
No.
Yeah.
I go to school like this.
You go to school like this?
In downtown.
Yeah. Does your mother scream when you leave the house in the morning?
Yeah.
Girl knows of what she speaks. Her latest album has sold 2 million copies, and tickets for her 2-night stand in Detroit sold out 23 minutes after going on sale. In Detroit, Nikki Granberry, Channel 2 Eyewitness News.
These days, she's called the Queen of Pop, a musical maverick and simply madged by people trying to annoy her. We're talking Madonna here, of course, but back in 1984, few people believed that a woman who looked like she struggled to dress herself in the morning would go on to rule our lives. Oh, how wrong they were.
She seemed like she was like you. She didn't seem too groomed. She seemed cheeky. She was attractive without being sophisticated.
She's gorgeous, she can dance, she can do everything. Sexy.
She genuinely understood the power of image and exploited it to its fullest. She sang Holiday and she did this dance, which I can demonstrate, which went kind of like that. And we thought it was brilliant and tried to copy that at home. Madonna's very early look, certainly when when we had a photo shoot with her, was black rags in the hair and black sort of sawn-off sweatshirts, black footless tights.
He was functional, I think, initially. The sexiness came on second hand. And the clothes, but Madonna was sexy, period, so one, goes with the other.
Lots of bangles, and too many accessories, you know, not one belt but 3, you know, not one bangle but 70.
Well, I describe it as very free and easy, very loose, lots of jewellery, lace. It's very undisciplined. She puts together just anything that she likes.
And all the chains, the kind of crosses and things. My dad tried to have a really serious conversation with me about it, going, do you really think it's wise to wear a cross? You know, isn't that wrong?
It was very much about movement, because she was an excellent dancer.
That was her early urban urchin slut period. It was always blatantly, everything was about sex, and her belly button, which she discussed freely and at length. More than the Dalai Lama discusses peace, Madonna discussed her belly button.
All of a sudden, here comes someone singing like a virgin, being touched for the very first time. And I think that the first time you sort of heard those lyrics, you couldn't believe it. It's like, wait, am I really, they're going to put this out on the radio?
Oh, and when Like a Virgin came out, that song, it was deathly at school. I mean, we were actually punished. You'd get sent to detention if you started to sing it. It was a real anti-Madonna thing going on there.
I remember that there was this talk of having a black outfit, black virgin, and I said, let's keep your purity. I mean, who's gonna believe it anyway? But Like a Virgin is pretty obvious. We go for a wedding dress, and because I wanted to mix also the rock thing, you know, the gloves were lace, but then I cut them off.
Mandy Cutting is a college girl, lives in a bedsit in North London. Mum and Dad back home at Deal in Kent. For her, Madonna has opened the door to a new and more exhilarating way of life.
I like it because it makes people notice me, and I'm not just another one of the crowd.
It was a new craze. Everyone had moved on from like the punk era, the new romantic era, and it was just like Madonna crazy.
Outside the disco, come midnight, more Madonna fans are still queuing to get in, while the lookalike contest is reaching its noisy climax.
Right, guys, Mandy, you want to take a walk?
I went in there and they said, oh, go for it. And I was going, no. They said, no, go for it. You'll win loads of prizes, you know, it'll be a laugh and everything. So I did. And I won.
I don't see myself as a boy toy. I go out to enjoy myself and I love teasing, but well, yeah, actually, I could say I was a boy toy.
It's funny looking back. You always remember yourself. But when you actually get to see yourself, it's like, wow, did I really say that? Did I really do that? And I was thinking, yeah, I did. And at the time, that was me.
And for her, like Madonna, virtue clearly has its own rewards.
Good stuff.
Having followed Madonna's career and eventually interviewing her, you realise actually she's completely exceptional. And there are very, very few people like her at all. But when she first started, she seemed like she was attainable. And she seemed like that you could, you know, with just a few more bangles, you would be like her. What's up to nowadays?
I wanted it so badly. I was a 45-year-old wannabe. It's terrible.
You'd look out and there'd be 5,000 Madonnas in the crowd. You know, she just tapped this thing with these girls that nobody else was tapping into then.
She's from just outside Detroit. The music reflects that, as well as New York. Take a thrift store wardrobe, a lot of serious dance moves, and a lot of come-on moves, and if sex is what's selling, Madonna is selling. In concert, records, video, and now movies.
Gary, why didn't you tell me she read the personals? You could have settled this yesterday.
She read them all the time. I didn't think...
Yeah, well, fortunately for everybody, I'm here.
Maybe she hasn't reached the superstar status of a Michael Jackson or a Springsteen, but there is enough of the Madonna image to rub off in a serious way for perhaps millions of girls, material or not. Many tonight were unadulterated fans. Heather Campley is 15 years old. She says she recently won a Madonna lookalike contest, like many who want to look like Madonna.
I like Madonna because she kind of reminds me of myself, because I've always wanted to be outgoing and really flirty and stuff, and that's kind of the way she is.
For a famous star to dress thrift store fashion, it makes a lot of difference, and people can afford thrift store fashion, and that's why they like her. We love Madonna, let's say it. We love Madonna.
people there, and everyone's so excited. Everyone had their Madonna garb on, you know, all the lace and the bangles and stuff, and everyone was just so excited to be there.
Evening Magazine associate producer Joyce Figueroa was only 12 years old at the time. It was the first concert she'd ever been to.
I was going, no way, it's Madonna, you know, just because...
In Seattle to kick off her Like a Virgin tour that will visit 27 cities over the next 8 weeks. The self-proclaimed boy toy, who sells an estimated 75,000 records a day, showed tonight why indeed this blonde has more fun. And, oh yeah, if you're wondering, MadonnaMania will be coming to Los Angeles 2 weeks from this Friday night for a series of shows.
For originality and 25 points for your lip sync. That gives you 50 points, and she's our top winner for today. How about that, huh? That's right. And this trophy is presented to you from Pia Zadora, a close personal friend of mine, and we'll see you next week on the semifinals. All right, and we'll see you next week on Lippin' It.
Is Mike home? Possibly. Please, come in. Thanks. And you are?
Lisa. I'm Mike's, friend. Well, actually, I, don't consider myself a girl. Consider myself a woman.
And rightly so, I'm sure. What a sudden surprise.
I was just in the neighborhood, breaking up with my old boyfriend. It's just too immature.
Oh? Was he younger than you?
No, he was 27. See you, Maggie. You don't mind if I call you Maggie, do you?
Let's go back downstairs and we can watch TV or something.
Stay here.
More. Well, you know, I find it's always so hard to say what someone else feels inside.
And it just occurred to me. It's gonna be the first time we've ever done it.